If you've never really thought about Christian heaven, oh boy, I'm about to maybe change your life. The earth will be made new, restored, remade, renewed, a physical earth, perfected, free from the corruption that plagued it after the fall of Adam and Eve. And that's where we will live. We will live forever in resurrected bodies, much like we do now, physical bodies, just a million times better. And we can go anywhere on earth. We can write music, cook food, read, learn, have incredible conversations with literally everybody. It's eternal bliss, endless adventures, endless opportunities to learn and to explore. I've been thinking about heaven a lot lately. When I was growing up and attending church, before I had that unfortunate bout with atheism, I don't remember them ever teaching us anything exciting about heaven. I had this image of spending eternity in the clouds as a disembodied spirit, just endlessly praising God, whatever that meant, like an endless church service where we just sit down and we just say holy, holy, holy over and over and over, where some old guy was reading the Bible at you. These are the names of the sons of Israel who migrated with Jacob into Egypt. That kind of thing. Or like Abraham begat Isaac, who begat this guy, who begat that guy, who begat this other guy. And there was much begatting. I would lay in bed and think, like, you just do that forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That's not a very compelling afterlife. I would hear people talk about some old guy who died, and they would say he has gone to his eternal reward. And I wouldn't understand how anybody could call that a reward. How is that a reward? My false image of an endless cloud-bound church service is, honestly, it seems like a trick the devil plays to make us think this world is better than heaven. Recently, I got curious about what heaven actually is, so I went to YouTube and I saw some videos where they were quoting what the Bible actually says about heaven, and it has become my new obsession. Finally, a healthy obsession. Finally, something worth obsessing about, right? If you've never really thought about Christian heaven, oh boy, I'm about to maybe change your life. If you grew up like I did, with a very uninspiring image of heaven in your head, oh man, I'm excited to share this. At the end of Revelation, at the very end, it talks about the new heaven and new earth. This is chapter 21. It talks about the New Jerusalem, which is a city that is maybe a cube or maybe a pyramid. I don't know. Anyway, it's 1,500 miles in all directions. After Christ returns, after his millennial reign, after Satan's little season, after the white throne judgment, the earth will be made new, restored, remade, renewed, a physical earth, perfected, free from the corruption that plagued it after the fall of Adam and Eve. And that's where we will live. Nobody knows exactly what any of this is going to entail or what everything will look like. Like, where exactly will the New Jerusalem be? We don't know. But it appears to be the case that we will live forever in resurrected bodies, much like we do now, physical bodies, just a million times better. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." This doesn't necessarily mean that if you are a good steward of your tiny paycheck, God will give you more money during your mortal life. I take it to mean that if you can make the most of this life, if you can live as God commands, if you express gratitude for what God has given you, you will be trusted to enter the gates of heaven and have eternal life. So if you can be trusted with being given a little, as in this life, this mortal life, then you will be trusted with a lot, which is eternity. In that sentence, take up your cross and follow me means something like endure the hardships of this life, do it with your eye on the afterlife, bring the knowledge of your eternal life into as many moments as possible, keep it in mind, keep heaven in mind, endure the drudgery, try to be light. Yes, there are hard moments. Many of our loved ones die too early, bad stuff happens, but we will be with them again in a renewed earth, a physical place where we live in resurrected bodies. and we can go anywhere on earth. We can leave our doors unlocked at night if we even need to sleep. I don't know if we will. Leave the windows open, sleep on the beach, sleep on the ground in the jungle without being attacked by snakes and spiders. We can write music, cook food, read, learn, have incredible conversations with literally everybody. You'll be able to talk to Adam and Eve, Noah, Jesus, your grandparents. Heaven isn't some ethereal alien realm where nothing resembles earthly things. It's not some dreary church service with a bored pastor and a bored congregation. It's eternal bliss, endless adventures, endless opportunities to learn and to explore. Does such a place actually exist? I believe it does, but let's say it doesn't. Let's say when you die, what really happens is that everything just goes black. It's just like turning off the TV, nothing. You're just out. That's what I believed for a long time when I was an atheist. In that mindset, every second that passes is a loss. It's an opportunity you didn't take. It's fun you didn't have. It's a second closer to the end of everything. Every second brings you closer to death, eternal death, just eternal blackness. It's an anxious mind state, and that's part of why atheists are so neurotic. That's why they take so many antidepressants. It's why they just suck so much. There is no hope for an atheist. It's why they all try to artificially make themselves immortal. Like that one 40-year-old dude who looks like he's 1,000, but he's like, I'm the healthiest person in the world. I'm never going to die. He looks like a robot. There is no hope for an atheist. It's just like, have as much fun as you can right now, because when you die, that's it. Maybe it's true. Maybe that really happens when we die. Maybe it's just lights out. Regardless, it is a useful mental exercise to imagine that you will have eternal life. The troubles of this world are diminished by comparison. Yes, traffic sucks, but it's not some huge thing. It's not like, I will never get this time back. Woe is me. This is such a cosmic injustice. If you're an atheist, washing dishes is unbearable because it's dead time. Like, sure, you can listen to an audiobook or make some plans for the future, but otherwise it's just dead time. But when you make the mental shift and believe you will have an amazing eternal afterlife, you are able to approach most scenarios in a lighter mood. You can do things with gratitude, wash the dishes with gratitude. Traffic isn't so bad because you're immortal. In 3,000 years, you won't even remember that you were stuck in traffic today. Believing in the Christian afterlife isn't some miraculous thing that makes all pain and sadness go away, but it is a pretty good way to put some things in perspective. It can make you a little more grateful, a little more loving, a little more patient when people are being assholes. We are all stuck on this fallen earth. We all have to deal with the consequences of original sin, with the fact that we use our free will to sin and to cut ourselves off from God. So yeah, people are going to be assholes. Everybody has a lot of crap to deal with, and most of them have never been taught about what heaven actually looks like. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. This is one of many business or self-development maxims that has scriptural justification. Colossians chapter 3, verses 23 through 24 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. In the purpose-driven life, which is, one of these soft, squishy, cotton candy boyfriend Jesus churches, whatever, there's a good quote in the book. It says, real servants do every task with equal dedication. Okay, let's go back to the original sentence. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. The way you wash dishes is the way you drive. The way you eat is the way you speak to people. If you're disorganized, you tend to bring that into most of the things you do. If you're detail-oriented in tiny things, you're probably like that with bigger things as well. Take some time to reflect on how you do things. Are you acting stressed and ungrateful and angry and whiny all the time? Is that the energy you bring to things? Every action you take, and the way you take those actions, is a reflection of what you believe about life and about the afterlife. Okay, that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you enjoyed this, hit the old subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.